Microbrewing. Tetraroon has places for you to go and thingies for you to get. Good Buscaroon help Tetraroon. Tetraroon dead without good Buscaroon. Must give thankies. Many, many thankies. Tetraroon make Kirkern firewater for Buscaroon. Buscaroon love firewater. You help Tetraroon make firewater? Need thingies to make. Need many, many thingies. Need coral pup whiskers. Need 3 good coral pup whiskers. Okay. Simple enough. So yeah, they definitely have their own dialect or whatever you want to call it. It's, I mean, really just, they speak in the first person and, or third person. Yes, they speak in the third person and speak very simply. It's kind of, I mean, basically like a lot of the small beast races speak very simply. Because I think generally the, like the Amalja and stuff like that don't speak like that. Okay. For a second there, I was like, wow, you don't actually get a whisker off of each of them, but the looting is a little bit behind the killing. Tetraroon make firewater for Buscaroon. You bring thingies Tetraroon need? It takes almost a full year for a coral to grow its first whiskers. It took less than a minute to remove it. You brought all thingies? Tetraroon make firewater now. Make good firewater for good Buscaroon. Tetraroon start making firewater now. Good firewater take time. More time, more good. You come back later. All right. Like fine wine. Tetraroon appears to have finished his gift for Buscaroon. Well, that didn't take much time at all. Tetraroon make firewater. Good, good firewater. You take to Buscaroon. Good firewater for good Buscaroon. Tell Buscaroon no drink now. Tell put away 1 year. 1 year make best flavor. Tetraroon hopes Buscaroon happy. Tetraroon gives Buscaroon thankies. Many, many thankies. You tell Buscaroon. Buscaroon make big shop someday. Biggest shop in Eorzea. Make many, many sparklies. All thanks to good Buscaroon. Yeah, there's just something, likable about that kind of simplistic speech. Okay, so South Shroud. Oh. It's like right in front of my face, and I still mess it up. I wonder how much actual work needed to be done, to make all the A Realm Reborn zones flyable. Because I remember in WoW, like before they redid, the vanilla areas, you could work your way up to areas, you're not supposed to be at. And it was just like, repeated textures, no trees, nothing there. I wonder if it was the same thing for this. I mean, I would assume so, but I never saw it, like I did in WoW. Ah, you've returned. Thank you for seeing Tetraroon's belongings to him. What's this? For me? A foul brew that is made by tossing various items found in the wild, both alive and dead, into a barrel of water and letting the concoction ferment for a se'nnight. under the warm sun. That's interesting. I wonder what... I mean, because obviously... Well, I assume that's Sen Night is like a... You know, a FF14ism of like Fortnite. You know, the way like Ilm and Malm and stuff like that is. But anyway, I could be wrong. Just first time I've seen that or remember seeing it, and it's interesting. I find it interesting. Okay, Kirker and Firewater. So, he remembers my fondness for the drink, does he? Why, that old... bloody hells. Who's cutting onions back there? He says to shelve it for a year, does he? Aye, that sounds about right. I hate to have to wait, but I reckon it'll be worth it. This stuff has an aroma and body unlike any other drink I know. It's going to be a long year. What say you come back then, friend? We'll see if we can make it through this bottle together. It actually would have been a nice little Easter egg type of thing if they implemented a thing where like a year after you turn this quest in, you can actually come back and like buy that bottle, or it's just like a little standalone quest that pops up. All right, selfish concerns. If Buscaron had his druthers, he'd have an adventurer with whom to share talk of sylphs. There was word while you were away. Sylphs were seen in the wood, but near no lands of their own. No, this was a place near to here, a place we've never known a sylph to come. Something must have given them cause to venture this far. More than like the missing sylph elders among them. Here, I've marked the tract where they were sighted on your map. Go see if there's anything to be seen. Ooh, a lot of different places to check. Look around, nothing. Oh, there we go. Try to sneak up on me. And nothing there. We're going to have to fight something here or waste a little bit of time. It's not technically a waste. We're progressing on a quest, but and of course, I mean, you have to check 5 destinations, so it's going to be the last destination that has anything. Or maybe it won't. Something to fight. That's what's here. That's right. You were closest to me, but I walked over to your friend, beat him up, and then came after you. That's how little you mean to me. So, was there aught to be found in the wood? What did you come to? Garleans? In this part of the wood, of the Twelves Wood? First sylphs and now Garleans, and all in the same place. It cannot be it cannot be mere coincidence. Might the Garleans be following the sylphs? Tracking them or giving chase mayhap? But no, not this far into the forest. The whalers' spires are everywhere. Imperials could never have stolen past them all. How in the bloody hells could they, unless someone guided them through, someone who knew where the spires stand and where the whalers watch, a Gridanian traitor. Man, the amount of traitors in this game. Nouveau. I know it's like it basically means like new rich or whatever. But I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. Nouveau riche. Boscarin has more work for a willing adventurer. I'm glad you've come, friend. There's something I want to talk to you about. You know, I said I thought we might have a traitor in our midst, someone as was aiding the Garleans. Well, I'm thinking I may have identified our suspect. There's a regular of mine who used to dine on thin soup and sip his pipe on account of not being able to afford another. But of late he's taken to ordering my best wines and the finest cuts of meat I can lay my hands on. Were he a merchant, I'd probably think nothing of it. But this lad's a wood whaler. Oh yeah, that's definitely sus. And wood whalers don't earn that kind of coin. By chance, I was musing on where the money was coming from when you first told me about the Garleans in the forest, and couldn't help putting two and two together. Suffice it to say, if a whaler's working for the Empire, none of us is safe. The lad I'm talking about goes by the name of Laurentius. Last I heard, he was in the South Shroud. Find him, Lavenza, and if he is up to no good, put an end to it. And him, if it comes to that. Could you imagine living in a world where it's just... Well, I mean, there are parts of this world that are still like this, but, like, you know, where it's just like, somebody's coming, you know, causing trouble. You know, ask them not to, and if they don't comply, just kill them. Should be somewhere close by here. Okay, there we go. Can you not see I am on patrol? Be gone. If you have business with the whalers, take it to the barracks. So I take it we're just going to be following him around. Keep bugging him until he answers our questions. Not long now. To think patrol routes and rations would fetch such a price. No more than I deserve, though. 'Tis little wonder the Empire has risen to such heights. If only the whalers paid men their worth. You... What did you... How long have you... Help! 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 Please, come quick, my friends. It is I, Laurentius. I am under attack. It is I. Yeah, that dude didn't last long. So you want to talk now? How? How did you... You just... I know nothing. I was on patrol. He just appeared. I thought you were working for the Garleans. And dude was just sitting there, like, just talking out loud about his treason. That's, not an intelligent fellow, I would say. There we go. How long do you okay? How long do you mean to keep this up? What is it you imagine I've done? Enough, enough, I say. It's it's over then. I sold maps and rations to the Empire. It was I. I meant no harm. I only wanted the coin. I don't like meant no. I don't know, like the idea that you can mean no harm yet know that harm will come from your actions. It doesn't compute. If you like people will do things that they don't mean any harm. They don't think it's going to actually harm anybody. But like this dude has to know that like giving maps and rations to the Empire is going to hurt his own people. Dummy. The Whalers are good, strong. I was proud to join their ranks. Am proud, but they do not provide. They preach justice, honor, duty, but in the end, it is those with money who do as they will, who live as they will. So I sought an opportunity to change my fortunes and took it. All I've done for money, endangered myself, my home, everything and everyone I love. Why, my actions have put your life in danger too. Oh, and now he's laughing. Ambush? Though you do not yet realize how much. Ha ha ha. Bloody idiot. Did you imagine that you had cornered me? It is not I who is cornered. Garleans, I've brought the Vera bitch. Oh, now it's on. Talk to me like that. Permit me a question, if you will. Are all adventurers so diluted as to believe they can challenge the power of Garlemald? You would need a veritable mountain of gil to fund such an endeavor. Such is the cost of fighting great power, or of making it, or of remaking it, as we will Gridania. So that's the way of it. Swapping your hard bunk at the barracks for a feather bed in Garlemald, did ya? Spit. You there, Vera. You stand here at old Busk's wish, no? Then you don't stand alone. Legless Laurentius. Legless. Ooh, this one actually takes a little bit of work to take down. Yeah, see, this is another one of those cases where it's like, do the ads just keep coming infinitely and I shouldn't bother with them, or what? Well, it says defeat Laurentius and his party, so I assume they all have to die. And now all the NPCs on my side can help burn this dude down. Oh, I've got my third ability now. Moving on up in the world. How has it come to this? Impossible. How did you best the Empire's finest, and with bandits and poachers at your side? They are your sworn enemies. Why do they fight with you and not against you? Ah, but I know the answer only too well. Buscaron, this is his doing. His words are wont to inspire men to act, better men than I. Gods, what have I become? What have I done? I am sorry. No more will I pursue this folly. No more lies, no more bribes. I will go to the Order of the Twin Adder and confess my crimes. There is something I would like you to tell Buscaron. Tell him Laurentius the Fool says thank you. I feel as though a veil has been lifted from before my eyes. There's a lot of people you fight that end up just like you best them and they're just like, I am wrong. I will turn myself in. I mean, it's a nice thought. I just don't know how realistic that is. I, Laurentius confessed to his crimes. Well, that was quick. I just had word from the Twin Adder. Seems he marched straight into the nest and gave himself up. The lad's had quite a life, you know. His mother was killed by a brigand when he was only small. As a young man, he joined the whalers, hoping to spare his fellow Gridanians the misery he had known growing up. Trouble is, protecting Gridania's too big a job for one man, and he came to believe that he couldn't make a difference. That it was hopeless. There are few things more dangerous than desperation, and a man lost in the dark, easily drawn to the glimmer of coin. I reckon he thought that if he couldn't change the lot of his fellow man, he might as well change his own. Thing is, he was making a difference, just not on his own. Somehow he had failed to grasp one simple truth, that those things he cannot do alone, he must do together, or we must do together. Eh? He asked you to thank me, did he? Then there's good in him yet. I just hope them at the Adder's Nest are able to see it. What he's done ain't easy to forgive, but I'd like to think he'd be afforded a chance to make amends. But let us leave fates to the 12. I have other news for you, Lavenza. The Sylph Elder has been found. Very nice. Thank you so much for watching this video. I've had a lot of fun doing these streams, and if you want to join me live, the link to my Twitch is down below. And if you've liked this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.